All right, today we've got section 8.5, part B, adding and subtracting rational expressions. You should have already figured out how to do these problems. For the most part anyway, it was finding the common denominator. That was the hard part. After that, combine like terms and do what it asks you to do, factor and reduce. Those things you guys are pretty good at. So today, we're kind of going to go on this thing, and I keep going back to an inception idea here. This is going to be a fraction inside of a fraction. It's not going to be too bad. You're just going to have to combine like terms first, do what it asks you to do, and simplify. So really kind of we've got multiple sets of problems here. We call them complex fractions. Hold on. Announcement coming. All right. Announcement's over. And so that's what we're going to do. We're going to look at kind of fractions with fractions. Really, so simplifying complex fractions is what we're talking about today. The way that I'm going to say to do it is simplify the top and simplify the bottom and after you've simplified the top, simplify the bottom, divide the fractions. Simplify the top, simplify the bottom, then divide. Okay? Here's what they're going to look like. We have 6x over 4 minus x over 4 divided by 8 over 2 plus 3x over 2. Again, we've really got fractions up top divided by fractions on the bottom. So the catch is, remember that we're going to simplify the top first. In this problem, I'm just going to look at that part. 6x over 4 minus x over 4. Simplify the top. That's what I'm talking about. Simplify the numerator right here. So simplifying the numerator, I have a common denominator already, which is very nice. It's 4. Up top, I have 6x minus x, which I know how to do. 6x minus x is 5x. So I've simplified the top. Next step, simplify the bottom. I like this problem already because I have a common denominator. I like that. Simplify the bottom. That's 8 over 2 plus 3x over 2. When I simplify the bottom there, the denominator stays the same. I have 8 plus 3x, which I cannot combine. Those are not like terms. So that stays as 8 plus 3x up top. So once again, I have a fraction divided by a fraction. So if you're kind of following along what we have here, that's 5x over 4 divided by 8 plus 3x over 2. So my advice, or our way to solve these problems, simplify the top, simplify the bottom, and then divide. So this says 5x over 4 divided by 8 plus 3x over 2. And now you'll see what we did. This is something you guys were really successful in earlier in the week. We have division of fractions. We rewrite and multiply by the reciprocal. So 5x over 4 times 2 over 8 plus 3x. Mr. Wood, this looks like something we did before. It is like something we did before. Reduce. 2 goes into 2 once. 2 goes into 4 twice. Nothing else will simplify and reduce. So this answer will be 5x times 1 up top. And on the bottom I have 2 times 8 plus 3x on the bottom. Okay? And that's really what we're doing. Simplifying complex fractions. Simplifying complex fractions. Simplify the top, simplify the bottom, and then divide. When we divide fractions, remember to multiply by the reciprocal. Make sure you handle that rewrite here. Change from division into multiplication. And multiply by that reciprocal. Okay? Next problem, checkpoint. Go ahead and pause the video. And when you're ready to move forward, unpause it. All right. Hopefully you're ready to move forward. Next problem looks like this. 8 over 5x divided by x plus 1 over 15 plus 4 over 15. Technique's the same. I'll give you guys a second to copy that down. while you guys are copying that down, I'll give you guys today's magic word. Today's magic word is, I don't know, what's a good magic word? Stormtrooper. Today's magic word is stormtrooper. Since that was a long pause, you definitely should have that copied down at this point. We're looking at simplifying. By the way, if you didn't catch the word of the day, it's stormtrooper. Stormtrooper is the word of the day. We have 8 over 5x divided by x plus 1 over 15 plus 4 over 15. Mr. Wood, you said simplify the top. Done. Don't have to do anything simplifying the top. On the bottom, I do have to simplify. I have a common denominator there. The common denominator is 15. It will stay the same. Up top of that, I will combine like terms. X will not combine with anything. Plus 1 plus 4 is plus 5. So I've simplified the top, simplified the bottom. Now I'll rewrite as division. So 8 over 5x divided by, remember there's my divided by sign, x plus 5 over 15. I will change my multiplication to, I will change my division to multiplication and multiply by the reciprocal. At this point, I will simplify anything I can. There's something in common with the 5x and the 15. 5 goes into 5 once. 5 goes into 15 3 times. Nothing else can simplify. So I have 8 times 3 up top for 24. On the bottom, I have x times x plus 5. So x times x plus 5. That was 1x. I don't write that. There we go. These are kind of straightforward, and they're supposed to be. Simplify the top, simplify the bottom, and divide. Example number 3 is where it starts to get a little bit trickier. 2x over x plus 1 divided by 1 over 3x plus 2 over x plus 1. On this problem, 2x over x plus 1 is already simplified. I do not have to do any work. However, if you look at the denominator here, 1 over 3x plus 2 over x plus 1, I do have to do some work on. I have to simplify that. And unfortunately, it does not have a common denominator. So this is what we did yesterday. The common denominator is going to be 3x times x plus 1. 3x times x plus 1. Again, this is the magic mirror problem. I told you guys, hey, the hardest part is finding that common denominator. In this case, a lot of you guys can see that special 1. For this one, I'm going to have to multiply by 3x. And 2 times 3x will give me 6x there. For the top expression, I'm going to need to multiply that one by x plus 1 times x plus 1. 1 times x plus 1 is just x plus 1. Finishing that up, simplifying that will give me 3x times x plus 1 as my common denominator. Up top, I will have x plus 1 plus 6x, which will really be 7x plus 1 over 3x times x plus 1. Okay? Now, that is just my denominator. That is just my denominator. So, I now have to do my rewrite and simplify. So that's 2x over x plus 1. 2x over x plus 1 divided by 7x plus 1 over 3x times x plus 1. Again, simplify the top, simplify the bottom, rewrite, then divide it. So again, all of this skill work today is Algebra 1 skill work. We're just putting, again, 5, 6, 7 steps together in one problem. Here comes my rewrite. That's 2x over x plus 1. Division becomes multiplication. That's 3x times x plus 1. And that's over 7x plus 1. Again, multiplying by the reciprocal. A lot of you guys can see where we're going. We'll finish this up. We'll reduce the problem. You guys are noticing that, hey, my x minus 1s will drop. There's my giant 1. Nothing else will simplify within this problem. So since nothing else simplifies, that will give me a 2x times 3x, or 6x squared. And on the bottom, all I have is a 7x plus 1. Okay? That is my answer. Once again, the technique, simplify the top. In this problem, the top was already simplified. Simplify the bottom. We did not have a common denominator, so I had to do the work with the magic mirror to get a common denominator. After I've simplified the top and simplified the bottom, I rewrite, and then I multiply by the reciprocal. I change my division to multiplication, multiply by the reciprocal, simplify, and then I have my answer. You guys got a checkpoint coming up? Go ahead and pause the video. In this problem, you do have to simplify the top and simplify the bottom before you divide. I'll remind you about that. So simplify the top and the bottom. I will be nice and give you a tip on this one. The common denominator, both up top and the bottom, will be 2x squared. So I'll be nice and give you the common denominator. Pause the video. When you're ready to move forward, go ahead and unpause it. Okay. Hopefully you got that one done. Here we are. Oh boy. Mr. Wood, I don't like the looks of this problem. 2 over x plus 1 plus 3 over x minus 2. X over x plus 1 plus 1 over x squared minus x minus 2. Got to do a fair amount of work. Again, we've got to simplify the top and simplify the bottom. Bottom by itself, and then the top by itself. So I'm going to do both those pieces of work first, and then I'll finish it up. So first problem, I'll make that, we'll do 2 over x plus 1 plus 3 over x minus 2. Common denominator, x plus 1, x minus 2. Common denominator, x plus 1, x minus 2. The bottom part, all I need to do is multiply by x plus 1. When I distribute, that will give me 3x plus 3. For my top expression, I'm going to have to multiply that one by x minus 2. By x minus 2. I distribute through there, that will be 2x minus 4. Combining like terms and simplifying, I'm going to kind of simplify within this problem. 2x plus 3x is 5x. Negative 4 plus 3 is negative 1 over x plus 1 times x minus 2. Well, that takes care of my top expression. This is my top expression simplified. I now need to simplify my bottom expression. I'll do that over here. That's x over x plus 1 plus 1 over, I'm going to go ahead and factor that, negative 2, negative 1, x over, some of you guys can factor that in your head. That will factor to x minus 2 times x plus 1. And again, you should remember that from yesterday. Still working that magic mirror, same game. All right, common denominator this time will be x minus 2 times x plus 1. Will be x minus 2 times x plus 1. On my top expression, I need to multiply by x minus 2. When I do that, that gives me x squared minus 2x. For my bottom expression, I have x minus 2, x minus 1, or x plus 1. All I got to do is just multiply by 1 there. That's an easy one. 1 times 1 is 1. Okay? Finishing that up, my common denominator for that expression is x minus 2 times x plus 1. Up top, I have x squared minus 2x plus 1. Again, combining like terms, x squared minus 2x plus 1. So that is my expression for the bottom. I've simplified the top, simplified the bottom, had to find a common denominator using magic mirrors, fair amount of work, but now comes our rewrite that actually says 5x minus 1 divided by 5x minus 1 over x plus 1 times x minus 2 divided by x squared minus 2x plus 1 over x minus 2 x plus 1. So I'm going to rewrite. So I'm going to multiply by my reciprocal. It's 5x minus 1 times x plus 1 times x minus 2. I'm going to multiply that by, the reciprocal here is x minus 2, x plus 1. Some of you guys are telling me right now, x squared minus 2x plus 1. I'm going to tell you to do something with x squared minus 2x plus 1. Some of you guys already figured it out. That is factorable. X minus 1 times x minus 1. Did I do that right? Yeah. So that's going to give us x minus 1 times x minus 1. At this point in the problem, we can simplify. Everything's factored. Now I can reduce. Giant 1 with my x minus 2's. Giant 1 with my x plus 1's. My 5x minus 1 will not simplify with anything. My x minus 1's will also not simplify with anything. So there we go. There's your answer. 5x minus 1 over x minus 1 times x minus 1. Combining like terms, multiplying by a special 1, simplifying the top, simplify the bottom. There is a lot of Algebra 1 here. Attention to detail is what's key. These are tedious and long problems. They're not difficult. There is a difference. Okay? All right. Moving on. I think you guys have a checkpoint. And I think that's the last checkpoint. So, I'm not going to have you guys pause the video because we are done from here. So, I'm going to sign off, but I will tell you, I'll ask somebody, please remind me in class tomorrow to show you technique number 2. Okay? Remind me in class to show you technique number 2 on these problems. Some of you guys will like the second technique, some of you guys not so much. So I've given you a technique that you can be successful on every time here. That's simplify the top, simplify the bottom, then divide them by rewriting and multiplying by the reciprocal. So that technique is the basic technique. I will show you a little bit more advanced technique in class tomorrow. All right. Have a great night, and I will see you guys later.